Nna ya bụ nna ha na ndị chọọchị sara ha isi. Sayị na Ekwensu uwe onye ọjọọ kwụrụ na ndị chọọchị ọ ga-adịrị ụnụ na mma. Ndị pastọ, ndị fada, sọfọrans esi ịwụ pastọ ịwụ fada, ọ ga-adịrị ụnụ na mma. Ụnụ sayị na Ekwensu uwe onye ọjọọ, nwaanyị na ọ Jizọs uwe onye ọjọọ. Ngwa nwanne kiligodo na vidiyo ka ọ na-aghọta ihe m na-ekwu. Kilie na vidiyo, chọọchị kilicha vidiyo ka ị gwazie m ma ihe onye a kwuru na ma sensị ọ dị ya ma sensị adịghị ya. Ngwa kilie na vidiyo and try ya ka ị share ya o. Try ya ka ị comment ịma na
onye bụ Ekwensu. Onye Igbo ọbụla bụ nwa Ekwensu. Ma ị na-eje ụka ma ị na-agọ mmụọ, ma ikwere ekwe ma na ikwere ekwe. So after today's lecture, we are going to understand the true essence of Ekwensu within the confines of the Igbo metaphysical framework, and why Ekwensu is the most controversial figure and the most misunderstood in Igbo cosmology. So in our today's lecture, I am going to describe the nature of Ekwensu in two ways. Number one, as a human, and number two, as a pantheon. And let us break it bit by bit. Every human being has the nature of Ekwensu. Now gịnị bụ Ekwensu? Ekwensu is that creative force and that destructive force that is inherent in every okike. And that is why in Igbo cosmology we refer Ekwensu as Ezeagu, the master what? Revealer. Because Ekwensu is the head of creativity. Every invention in this life that must be bettered, every creativity that must be bettered must be inspired by Ekwensu. Because Ekwensu is the master revealer. It is the master of creativity, the king of creativity. Your intuition is inspired by Ekwensu. All the good works of art are all inspired by Ekwensu, by divine ordinance. Now, what is that destructive nature of Ekwensu? Just like the word Ekwensu, ndị Igbo si na onye kwekọrịta omegini osu. Now, Ekwensu is that destructive nature. Ịma na ndị Igbo believe in duality consciousness. Ife ọbụla dị mma dịkwa njọ. Aka na-aza azọ ka eji egbu egbu. Now, what is that destructive nature of Ekwensu? Now, the destructive nature of Ekwensu manifests in every human being in times of trouble. It serves as a means of revenge. It serves as a means for self-preservation. For example, now, if you only logi unknowingly, there is this instinct that will come outside of you to fight as a wounded lion, to attack as a wounded lion. That is the nature of Ekwensu. On azazo, on ebu. But in this our modern time, due to social stigma by the church, we only emphasize on the destructive nature of Ekwensu. Ekwensu is very creative. That is why it is called the master revealer. Otu was very creative with Ekwensu. Otu akos very destructive. Many people are only taking advantage of that destructive nature of Ekwensu. Many people, when you employ them in your business, they will bring out that nature of Ekwensu and make your business creative. However, on the contrary, someone can still bring out that destructive nature of Ekwensu to destroy, to mar your business, to mar your family. So Ekwensu na azazo on ebuku ebu. It is creative, it is destructive. Now, as a pantheon, as a more, number one, Ekwensu be Ezeagu. Ikebo, Ekwensu is the god of war. The god of war. And what? Trade. Now, here, after this our explanation, you will understand why Ekwensu was demonized by the church. Ekwensu bụ that pantheon ndị Igbo ji wee nyụ ndị ọcha ịkpakwu during the Ekumeku War. The Ekumeku War. 1883 to 1914. Ekwensu is like Yahweh. Ekwensu is like Adonai. Kenan. Now, in Igbo cosmology, Ekwensu bụ that pantheon ndị Igbo ji eje ọgụ gbasịgbulugbo. And that is why if you study the Igbo history, Igbo has never lost any war. in history. On a fiar, find out. Now, during Ekumeku War, Ekwensu bụ mmụọ ndị Igbo ji wee so ndị ọcha ọgụ. We resisted colonialism through Ekwensu. Ndị Igbo na-eje ọgụ with Ekwensu na Udo. Ya bụ mmụọ ndị Igbo ji eje ọgụ. And after that encounter, the church the Europeans were with the Igbos during that war, they found out how powerful Ekwensu was, and that was why they demonized Ekwensu. If you check the Haitian Revolution, the Haitians were able to defeat the Napoleon general. Napoleon was the biggest Western general anyway through Ekwensu. Find out. And that was why the missionaries became scared about Ekwensu and now demonized Ekwensu as devil. In Igbo cosmology, nothing like devil, nothing like Satan. If you begin mma na njọ, if you kwulu na ife ya kwudebia. If you go to the book of Isaiah 45 as a Christian, verse 7, even the Bible say, I create good, I create bad. I, the Lord, do it all things. So Ekwensu in Igbo cosmology abụrụ ife. It is the spirit of war, the spirit of creativity, and the spirit of war destruction. So Ekwensu being good or bad depends on you as a human. Do you use the creative force of Ekwensu to invent, or do you use that force to destroy? Nnamdi Zoro Ilo Manichebe, Ibi Vechu Uhuru, Anando. Dalun.